Beautiful soul family, I've been waiting for your arrival. Let's clear our energy space. Spirits, angels, and guides, please bless this reading. Actually, this might not be a reading. I want to share with you about something that I've been thinking about, and that is pouring from an empty cup. So, oftentimes, as humans, right? So, remember, we're a soul in a body. We're energy, we're frequency, we're vibrations, and we take on this body. So, this body, it's a vehicle, right? So, we use this as a vehicle to get our destination to further our soul growth, right? Oftentimes, as humans, right, as beautiful soul as you are, you pour from an empty cup, right? And let me remind you of something powerful, right? Something profound. The most basic premise, right? One of the most basic premise is that you can't pour from an empty cup. It's just that's just madness, right? That's just crazy. Um, so oftentimes we give our love away, we give ourselves away, we give our time, our energy, and oftentimes it doesn't get reciprocated. You give money, you give time, and it doesn't come back, and which is okay, right? Because as when we embody this Christ-like energy, this Buddha energy, we give without conditions, and we don't count the blessing that we give to others. And I get that, and I understand that fully. But there's certain ramifications when we give too much, right? It affects the body chemistry. Uh, it when there's not enough balance. It's not it's not even about unconditional. Like you give without condition. It's not even that. It comes down to having that balance, right? When we give too much of ourself, of our time away, of our money away, we become depleted. We emotionally become depleted, mentally drained, right? And the the people, places, events, and circumstances, they start to tax us, right? Tax us, and it becomes a heavy burden, right? When your cup is empty, right? When your cup is empty, you're you're operating at a very high frequency, right? You're operating in all cylinders, right? And your body is saying, your body is screaming, hey, I need to rest. I need time for reflection. I need to go in, right? I need to retrieve here. This is too much. And you'll find this, especially if you're an introvert, if you're an empath, right? You'll get sick when you're around certain groups, certain individuals. That's very heavy, very dense. Very like they're not. It's about it's a lot of it is it's self-induced. Humans where they it's just negative energy, right? A lot of us old soul who's been around the blocks will feel this negative emotions because we take on others people's energy. So that's the problem, right? When we take on others people's problem, we're pouring from an empty cup, right? So your guides and your spirits and your team of angels here is asking you to stop doing that, right? I know I do it too, right? So you got to fill your own cup first. As simple as that may sound, right? Remember, what you focus on, expand. What you focus on, amplify. I need you to focus on your cups, emotionally, mentally, physically, right? Your cups needs to be filled first before you can give others. I get it. I get it. The kids comes first. The parents that you need, the aging parents that you need to take care of, they come first. The kids, they need to go to school. They need to get the breakfast. I get it. Being a mom is hard, right? Being a mom is hard, especially being a single mom, and being a dad is hard. And being a single dad, um, it can be hard too. It's so yeah, it's tough, especially when you're on a budget, on a tight budget, on a fixed income. And so my message for you today, collectives, as beautiful as you are, right? You can't pour from an empty cup, right? You need rest. So what is rest? So what does that look like, right? What does rest look like to you? Could be meditation, could be a walk. Could be just clear your mind. Just be by yourself. Just be by yourself. Find time to be by yourself, because when you're by yourself, you get recalibrated. Everything, your body gets rejuvenated, because you're not absorbing others people's energy, right? And at the same time, I think one major mental note is, or emotional, like, you have to stop feeling guilty, right? When you can't be there for other people, when you can't be there financially, emotionally, physically, mentally, don't feel guilty. It's okay. Hey, I can't show up for you today, but tomorrow I will. And it's okay to say no, right? And this is why I always preach self love, right? Everything um, drives from self love. When you master self love, right, you set healthy boundaries, and those negative emotions, they don't contaminate. You see things from different light. You become balanced. You become less reactive, less responsive. And you don't think about, uh, oh, they're out to get me, this poor me. You don't have this mental, and you set boundaries, and you become embody this Christ-like energy, this Buddha-like energy. And that's when you develop this entrepreneurial mindset. That's when the universe will co-conspire to orchestrate people, places, events, circumstances, situations that's going to be in your favor. And that's when you become highly blessed, right? And then people look at you like, wow, you're so lucky. But also, this didn't happen overnight. It took you a very long time, right, to get to where you are. It took you like long, long before, you give birth to an idea, right? And then you begin the process. Also, my name's Steve. If you resonate, please like and subscribe, right? I hope this helps. Stop pouring from an empty cup and start putting yourself first. Maybe just 1 minute a day, right? 1 minute a day. Give yourself some time to meditate, to rejuvenate, right? To heal, to refuel again, because the body chemistry needs that. You mentally need that, physically need that, emotionally you need that, right? And things will line up for you. Things will line up for you also. I know life hasn't been easy, right? You've been torn down, you've been depleted, You've been through so much. You give and give and you keep on giving, and people don't recognize that, like how much you give. And now it's time for you to take your power back also. It's time for you to take your power back. We release resistance, and that resistance may be meaning you have to give yourself less. You learn to appreciate yourself more, set boundaries, because other people have to respect your time and energy. That's what I have for you, Osos. If you resonate, please help this channel grow. I do appreciate every like and every subscribe. I know things will work out for you. Just give it time, give it patience. Namaste.